Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Hope you are keeping well by the grace of God. So students, today I am going to teach you English literature from your NCERT main book, First Flight, and the poetry in chapter number 9, Fog, by Carl Sandburg. Students, the poem is too short. I have already taught you this poem. Already you are aware about the content of the poem. I have explained everything, the theme of the poem. But today, once again, there will be an analysis of the poem. That means, what is the depth of the poem, which is presented by Carl Sandburg before the readers. Maybe externally, the poem, it looks quite short. The poem consists of only 6 lines. But each and every line says something. Each and every line has the depth. Each and every line has the intensity. So today we will analyze it, or we can say that there will be an analysis of the poem. Today I am going to tell you. So Fog, a short poem by Carl Sandburg, 6 lines poem, through which the poet, he has presented about fog and its impact on human life or daily life. Fog is visible only during winter. You know that? All over the world where this season comes, where winter is common season all over the world. I am not talking about the desert areas. I am talking about those areas where winter, it sustains for some time, for some months, and there fog is definitely, it is visible. It is a common aspect of nature, fog. So through the lines of the poem, Sandburg, he has presented the role of fog on human life or human beings, and how man is helpless when the fog starts its work. It is a lifeless aspect of nature. Fog is not at all a lively aspect of nature, but the poet has presented fog as a lively aspect of nature, as a counterpart of mankind, as if fog, it is a counterpart of us, and as if the fog, it has a hostile attitude and it wants to create problems or troubles in front of man. It hinders the daily life. So the poet has presented this poem through the lines. He wants to convey this message that fog, it arises as the living being, living object, and it starts creating lot of hindrances before human life or daily life. So guys, once again I am reading the poem. You open the book, your NCERT book, First Flight, chapter number 9. Simultaneously, we will open a notebook also. If required, I will tell you some points you will note, otherwise you need not to do. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbour and city, on silent haunted, silent haunched, and then moves on. Here the poet Carl Sandburg, he has compared fog with cat. That means metaphor the poet has used. What is the metaphor? That poet here, he is comparing fog as cat. When cat enters into the residence, And the residents, they are not at all aware about the presence of the cat, because the cat's feet have no sound. The paddy feet have no sound. So that is why cat silently enter into a residence, and the residents are not aware about his presence or entering into their houses, and silently it drinks the milk and moves away. Later on, the resident comes to know that cat came and he or she, that means it has stolen, that means drank the milk. So this is the common factor, and this is the characteristic of cat. And here also the poet, he has compared fog with cat, a living object. And fog is a lifeless aspect, but here the poet, he has filled life into a lifeless object, and it has become lively, and it has become the counterpart of human being. So the poet wants to say, fog also descends silently. When you open the door in the morning, or when you awake in the morning, then you come to know that there is dense fog outside. You cannot see anything, total invisibility. And fog, it captures the entire area or the entire region, harbor or port, roads, everything. And we are not at all sure that when the fog will get disappeared. We don't know. There is no guarantee how long it will sustain, how long fog will be there. So maybe for half an hour, maybe for 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe for whole day. We cannot predict it. It is fog's desire, but it is short-lived. Sometimes it is for half an hour, 1 hour. Sometimes it is for 2 hours. But till then we have to wait, because we cannot move. We cannot go out on road. That means the fog is creating trouble. It has appeared before us as hindrance, as obstacle. It spoils the entire daily life or the normal life. All the hustle and bustle of city or harbor, roads, those are all stopped. Everybody is waiting when the fog will disappear, when it will move from here, then the daily life they will start. So here the poet, he has compared as cat